It's Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, the #1 talk show for empowering, inspiring, motivating, and helping people, especially women and girls, to see that it is possible. Your vision, your dream, your hope, your desire, whatever, everything that you want to accomplish, it is possible. Only thing you got to do is believe it. If you can only believe it, you can achieve it, right? If you can believe it, you can achieve it. And you got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. You got to see it. You got to see that it is possible. You got to see yourself already doing it. And that's Real Talk. I am Dr. Judy, the People Architect, and the Real Talk with Judy host. To all of you, thank you for joining me this beautiful December the 12th, this chilly Tuesday morning in Tallahassee, Florida. And my production manager talked about me, my marketing manager talked about me having on a turtleneck. And y'all, if you know me, I don't wear turtlenecks. I don't wear sweaters too much because my body is naturally hot, but I got it on today. She said it must be cold outside. It is rather chilly. I think it's real nice. It's real nice. But I want to thank you for joining me. Wherever you're joining me from, I want to say thank you so very much for joining me. I greatly appreciate when you take time to come back and hear and join in to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM, Facebook Live, and also YouTube and the Hallelujah app. And those of you who are outside of Tallahassee, those of you in Tallahassee, thank you all so very much for joining. Do me a favor if you would, wherever you are, if you would take a few minutes. Good morning, Minister Likely. If you would take a few minutes, tag someone, share this on your show. It is going to be phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. I know that you're going to be blessed today, and it's going to be a great show. And I don't want you to enjoy it by yourself. Get someone else to come on in and enjoy it. Okay. And I appreciate you coming back every Tuesday. Well, let me go ahead and say hello to my mama, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley. She called me this morning, as always, want to know what the show is going to be about, how am I feeling, and all of that good stuff. I am so glad and thankful that my mom is still here. 84 years old. The Lord delay his coming for her. She will be 85 February the 25th, 2024. And we're going to have a grand celebration like we do every single year. I'm glad she's here because she's still my #1 advisor. She's my advisor and mentor. And I talk to her about 4 or 5 times a day. My sisters, my niece, they call me a stalker, but I talk to my mom about 4 or 5 times a day, every day. And I've been doing that since 1977. I used to live in the dorm, and we didn't have cell phone. We had a phone on the wall that all of the students used, and they know that my mom was going to call every morning at 7 o'clock. As soon as the phone came back on, she called, right? And so they would just start hollering down to the hall, Judy, your mama on the phone. But I am so glad she's here. I really am. And I celebrate her every single day. We all do. And to my awesome, amazing husband, Superintendent Jerry Mandrell, who is the senior pastor of Life Changers. He's the reason I get to do what I do. I thank God so very much for him. And to Priscilla John Lewis, she's my marketing director. And she has been doing this, y'all, for 8 years. 8 years. And I want to thank her and her amazing staff who helps her when they do. I want to thank you, Priscilla, for um, uh, helping me to produce and send out some great things. And y'all, not just for me, she helps a lot of people. She does a lot of things for so many people. And when they say your gift will make room for you, it will, especially if your gift is a gift of excellence. Now, if it's not producing too much, not too many people are going to call and ask for you. But so many doors have been opened for her, and mainly because they see her work. They see her work. So, Priscilla, thank you. Before I get into the day's show, let me say this. Last night, Monday, December 11th, at Life Changes, and I thank God for Pastor Mandrell, my husband, allowing me to turn the sanctuary into a beautiful hall. It was beautiful. And I want to tell Dot D, keep producing, man. You. I don't know if you saw it, if you saw the pictures, but it looked good. It looked good. And I want to thank you just for sharing so much with us. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, because sometimes, y'all, we don't want to get help from folks, you know. And when you have unselfish people, namely like Dot D, Judy Mandrell, who want to help you, take it. I am going to die empty, and I'm going to learn from people. We're going to talk about that today. But last night, Dream Builders Family Affairs did a family holiday dinner. And the reason why we did it is because I had 5 people. Hello, Minister Howard Cooper. Thank you all. Thank everybody for coming in. Thank everybody. So last night, we Dream Builders Family Affairs. That's one of my top programs that people not really, you know, I love the Sister Girl. I love the Real Talk with Judy. I love everything I do. But this Dream Builders Family Affairs, we're building families. We're strengthening the families. We're making home sweet home. And so when we was out, hey Tanya, that's my other advisor. But y'all, we want people to love their home. We want to help people to understand that home is so very important, how important the home is. And so last night, y'all, with approximately 100 people there, um, uh, I received a text from a young lady who was there, one of the families who was there, and she was saying how good she felt, how that dinner just made her seem like it was a big family affair. And guess what? That's exactly what we wanted to do. Just a big family reunion. But we teach people to do that in the home. And I had one lady that asked me, how do you come up with this stuff? This is how I come up with it. Through much prayer, but that is the way we was raised. We were raised to have fun, to have, my mom, my dad, they cooked a lot because they didn't want us to run out of food. They wanted us to sit at the table. And some people say you have to eat what was put before you. We didn't. If we didn't like that, my mom didn't cook that for us. She cooked something else. She cooked what we like. She didn't force us to eat anything we didn't like. That's probably why I don't really like vegetables. She didn't force us to eat it. They made preparation for us to eat what we like. Do you know that could be done even if you don't have a whole lot of money? It's just, and so this is the principle of family affairs. This is the principle of family affairs. And y'all, that place was immaculate. I think it was A plus decoration. Asia, she does a lot of stuff at Walker Ford. Oh, look at that. Look, do y'all, let me see that. That's Commissioner Diane William Cox. That's the principal of Riley. We're in partnership with him and his lovely wife. That's Dr. Marcus Nicholas. He is the school board representative for District 1. Commissioner Curtis Richardson was probably getting the to-go plate. No, he was up talking. There's Terrence Barber. Those are families that you see there that are not members of Life Change, but they're from the community. They're from the community, those different families. Priscilla, you have another one? LaShawn was there. It was fantastic. It was, and Fluka Grill and Catering from Quincy. He partnered with me. and what the food would have cost. He partnered with me. That's all you need to know. And so we had collard greens, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, ribs, grilled chicken. Um, what else we had? Collard greens, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, grilled chicken, ribs. We had red velvet cake, uh, a sour cream pound cake. And guess what, y'all? He had people who homemade these cake, who partner with them. Do y'all see these families? This is Tallahassee families. There were well, we had 10 families who had registered from Riley Elementary School, from the Sienna, and it came about because I had 5 mothers that tell me, "Hey, boo," I had 5 families that tell me that that nobody ever had a big dinner for them. They said they see us so many times having these big dinners, but they can't come. They can't come. So you know what? I said, let's have a family holiday dinner. And that's what they said they wanted, and that's what we had. And let me tell you what, Principal Stokes, Riley Elementary has gone from a D school to a C school. They are now a C school. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what Dream Builders Family Affairs, Life Changers, we're partnered with them. I have Dr. Brenda Jarman, who has a PhD in social work, who is a part working with me with this. Y'all, we're going to help build these families. We're going to facilitate food up there, cornbread and roll. I ate the roll because I wanted a rib sandwich. I wanted a rib sandwich. Then I went back and got the green and stuff. But y'all, that's what it was all about. Mayor Pro Tem, look at those ribs. The chicken is next to it. But y'all, Mayor Pro Tem Diane William Cox was there, Commissioner Curtis Richardson, Dr. Marcus Nicholas, the school board, the principal of Raleigh. Yeah, it was so many people there. So many people there. And when I tell you they had a good time, Dr. Marcelo Torres helped me put this together with the, y'all see that cake? Priscilla gonna make y'all hungry. But guess what, y'all? Those people ate just about all that food. And then we went and bought some to-go boxes so they can take it home. Collegiate student was there, children was there, parents was there, everybody was there. And y'all, that's what it's about. When God has blessed you, he blessed you to be a blessing with others. I gained a new son last night. His name is Devontae Gibson. And y'all probably heard it. It was in April or May of this year. Boys that he mentored, Dr. D, listen to this. Boys that he mentored. Boys that since they was 8 years, he mentored these young boys. He provided for them. They have slept in his house. They play with his children. He have taken them swimming. They the one who shot him 6 times. But God let him live. And he was there last night and he gave his testimony because we had so many young boys there. So many young boys there. And so, y'all, this is what this is all about. That's what I do. All right. God has gifted me to build lives. And I want to thank Life Changers, Superintendent Mandrell, and the members of Life Changers who stepped in and cleaned and put things down. Dr. Torres helped decorate that. I gave her charge of that, and she did it. So that is what happened there. And so I am thankful unto God that the city was blessed and that some of our leading officials came to see what it was all about. That's what we do. That's what we do. And I think today is one of the reasons why I chose that the theme that I'm going to talk about today, because I want everybody to understand you got to come forth. Right before I do that, we have been invited. And when I say we, the Tallahassee Citywide Intercessory Prayer Warriors who have prayed for this city for a whole year. Y'all go check the record. This is December, what's the date? December 12th. Check the shooting records from October to December. Y'all, listen how quiet it is. Listen what's going on. We are noticed by athletics all over the country now because of FAMU winning the SWAC championship, FSU winning the ACC, I think that's right, ACC championship. FSU soccer team winning the national championship. FAMU is the #5 HBCU university in the nation. Let's look at this. Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. We believe that it was because of prayer. Yep. We believe that God has given strategy to people. He's opening up their brain to come and strategize for our city, strategize for the people in our city, open up their creativity, and that's our prayer, that the creativity of how we can solve these crimes, how we can help the homeless, how we can help families be better, it all comes from God. And guess what? It's no one individual person. That's been one of the hardest things for me to do with this prayer, is to get the pastors and a lot of the pastors to understand this ain't a Judy thing. I have people that say, well, I have prayer on Monday night. Well, do you have it every Monday night? Yes. Well, we're just asking for 1 month. What time does your prayer start? 7 o'clock, 7:30. Well, we're asking for 6 to 7. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the thing about me. I don't wait on people. If God gave me something, I'm not going to wait on people to join me. If God put something, and we're going to talk about that today, because I want you to come forth. I'm not going to wait on people to support me. I'm not going to wait on people to clap for me. I'm not going to wait on people to say this is good or that. Do y'all know I've already received 2 calls for next year of awards that I'm getting. I had no idea. Next year, 2024. I'm like, what? You know? I don't do this for awards. I don't do this to be clapped or celebrated. You understand? So whether you get 1 reward, 2 reward, no reward, awards rather, or rewards, whatever, accolade, none of that is important. Make people's life better. Jesus came here. He made people's life better. I don't run in a clique. I don't do cliques. And I told them I'm not going to, and different ones say, you should run for city commission. I'm not, because I'm not going to vote with everybody just because. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to vote what my heart feels. And it may make everybody mad. Who knows? But I'm going to vote what my heart feels. So I'm just not going to run because I'm controversial. So tomorrow at 3 p.m., everybody who participated in the citywide prayer, whether you came one Monday, whether you came, we have there's about 25 or 30, 25 of us who have not missed a Monday. Not one Monday. Not one Monday. We were there. We prayed for this city every Monday after the first Sunday. In December, Reverend Holmes, with the task force, Reverend Holmes said that he wanted, and he have me over the prayer part of his task force, Respect Yourself. And he stated he wanted us, wherever a person was shot and killed, not just shot and killed, he wanted us to go and pray in that area. And we did. It started in December. We prayed in 2 areas where people were shot and killed. And then we prayed the entire year, blacks, white. And that's what we need to say. And this ain't no black, white, Pentecostal, Baptist, Methodist. It's not about any of that stuff. Presbyterian. We have, I think, 7 prayer groups who have joined in this because they understand that this is not about Judy Mandrell. It's not. It's not about Judy Mandrell. So God bless our city. He blessed our city because we were obedient. He didn't say how many. He just said, do it. Right? And so we did. So tomorrow at 3 p.m., we have been invited to City Hall to be recognized and just told thank you for praying for this city all year long. We didn't do that because we didn't know we were going to get that. Some of the people who responded said, what? Yes. They're just going to recognize us and tell us thank you for praying for this city all year long. And guess what, y'all? We're going back at it again in 2024. And we're praying that more creativity come. We're praying that answers come. We're praying that good morning. We're praying that a solution come. We're praying that more unity happen in this city. Y'all, we ain't got time to fight each other. We don't, man. We got too much going on, right? So That's it. That's my announcement. I just got carried away. I got excited. And so these next 25 minutes will be given to this show. And the show is Come Forth. Come forth. Come forth. And why is it important that you come forth? Because God created you to come forth. He created you. I was talking to attorney Kurt Binder was there, Shashandra Devlin. Those are some of our daycare parents. They were there. Some of our summer camp parents were there. And y'all, the majority of our parents lived in the 32304, 32301, 323, all of those areas, and they came. Basin Street parents were there. I had five families from Basin Street, 5 families. Man, I was excited. Okay. And so God created every last one of us. He created every last one of us for a purpose. I'm going to say, unfortunately, we have been living in some condition that we probably didn't want to grow up in. But look at Moses. Moses, when he was first born, had to be hidden so he could live. Look at your circumstances. Moses had to be hidden, but when God created Moses, he brought him forth for a reason. He created Moses for a reason, right? Moses experienced so many different things in life, put in a river, adopted by a princess, the king, adopted by Pharaoh, raised and trained how to live in a different atmosphere. His mama raised him. At first, he did not know that was his mother. His sister was in there, okay? He did not know that. He lived there for 40 years, and then 40 years he lived in the wilderness because he was running from the fact that he killed an Egyptian. He was running from a fact that he killed one of those. He killed someone. He was a murderer. Moses was a murderer. But God trained him in everything that his life went through. Okay, he trained him. And sometimes you going through different things and different things happen to you. But I want to strongly suggest to you that you use that as a stepping stone. You use that as a step. You use that to learn from. What did you learn in those moments? I was talking to someone. I used to be a foster care counselor and a protective service worker for almost 20 years. I had the opportunity, if I needed to remove children from their families. I worked in Quincy for 21 years. I removed only one time that I removed children from their families. Why? Because I went in there personally and worked with these families to complete their casework, their case plan. I made it so they can be successful. Yeah, a lot of them said I was mean. I played with them and had fun, but if they wanted to keep their children, there were certain things they had to do. And they loved to, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but several of them said, well, a white man keeping me down. Ain't no white man keeping you down. Do what you need to do. Well, so-and-so, when they got it, they even called me a uppity N-word one time. Yeah, they did. Those women out of Gretna, they called me an uppity N-word. I told them I ain't uppity. But if they let me help them, we can pull them forth. We can pull them out. You got to see this, y'all. You got to see this. I want everybody listening to me and everybody who will listen to me. You are good for what God created you to do. You are good to do it. You are the one to do this. God told Moses, now I want you to go and deliver the children of Israel. I want you to go get them. I heard their cry and I'm choosing you. Moses said, me? He said, yes, you. You can find this in Exodus. I think it's the 3rd, 4th chapter. He said, me? And God said, yes, you. And I'm speaking that to somebody right now. You said, me? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you. He created you to do this. He created you. There's some things, and you say, well, everybody else doing it. You're not going to do it like everybody else. I keep trying to tell folks, there's a whole lot of radio hosts, but none is as good as Judy Mandrell. Why? Because I'm Judy Mandrell. And so from 11:30 to 12:30, the best radio show to listen to is Real Talk with Judy. And you don't even have to vote on it. You don't have to vote. It has already been tallied. You hear me what I'm telling you? Now, when the next one come on, and all of us think we're good, we know we're good. You know why? Because we're making an effect on the air into you. You can listen to our radio station every single day. And everybody that's come on, everyone who come on here, I believe, everyone that come on here, these talk shows and the radio program, we're going after your heart. We want you to make it. We want you to succeed. Do you understand that? That's what this real talk is about. When I say come forth, I mean come forth. Moses felt so inadequate. He said, I'm not a good speaker. I can't speak. I stutter. I slammer. He said, I can't do this. I'm not adequate. He kept his past before him. He kept his past. God said, boy, stick out your hand. Stick out your hand. What is that in your hand? He said, a rod. He said, throw it down. It turned into a snake, a serpent. He said, I'm going to use that. Moses said, yeah, but I'm still not good enough. He said, put your hand in your bosom. He put his hand in his coat, brought it out, leprosy. Ah! Put it back in there. Nothing. What was he showing Moses? What's in you is not going to be based on your power. It's going to be based on what I put into you, and I'm here to make it work. I need a vessel on earth, and I have chosen you. And that's what I tell to you all. Come forth. God chose you. God chose you. And it's important that you have this belief in the God in you. Because if you got confidence, and if you're aware of your strength and your skill that might assist in achieving your goal, you allow yourself to be unlimited. You're going to fail. I want you to think, that's like people get their life to Jesus. They think there ain't going to be no more problem. Man, that's when all hell broke loose, seem like. Why? Because you're going against another system. This flesh and the spirit is fighting each other. Do wrong, do right. Do wrong, do right. There's a tug of war. Do wrong, do right. It happens to all of us still right now. Do wrong, do right, do wrong. But guess what? It's a decision. People who do wrong, they made that decision. Okay? And so here today, I want you to come forth. I want you to release all of your instinct abilities. I want you to release that today. It's about accepting and embracing who you are, regardless of your imperfection or what others says about you. You got to believe that you are worthy of what you have achieved because you deserve it. Yes, there's some things you haven't brought forth yet because you haven't even learned that stuff. And I always tell folks, don't fool people and tell them they're good and they're not. Don't do that to people. That's an injustice. Don't do that. And I think I shared this with y'all before. The people at the church, when I first started playing the drum, that deacon told me don't even get on the drum no more because I sound a mess. I'm messing up the service. He told me that at age 12. He said, you messing up the service. Get off them drums. You sound a mess. You sound a mess. That's what he told me. And I went home and told my daddy. Because I figured my dad was going to go. Y'all had to know my daddy. My daddy ain't play by his children. He will bust you up for real. He was the first black sheriff officer in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Everybody loved Mr. Wesley. Everybody loved Deputy Wesley. But my dad did not play about his wife and his children. And then his grandchildren. Man, he just didn't play about them. I went home. You know my daddy told me? My daddy said, Judy, you can't play. 12 years old. He said, you do sound a mess. He said, that's right now. He said, but by the time you finish practicing and getting things together, you're going to be the best drummer in the world. Can I tell y'all something? I kept practicing. My dad and my mom bought me a real drum set. And me wanting to play the drum made my dad come to church because my dad set my drum set up and sat there and dared anybody to tell me to get off the drums. I did sound a mess, but I was glad my dad had told me that. My dad said, Judy, you don't sound good. But you know what? He said, with practice, you're going to be. And do y'all not know I played for Shirley Caesar, the Clark Sisters, an international choir. I played for John P. Key. I played for Family Gospel Choir, Helena Barrington and the Ambassador. I was Watson Temple drummer from 1977 until 1994. 1977 to 1994, I was Watson Temple drummer. I gave other people a chance when they came and let them play some because I was getting tired, right? That's what Lawrence McFarlane played, Cortez Love. But y'all, I mean, people was asking for me to come. I played Quartet in Fort Lauderdale. I was traveling all over the state of Florida, playing the drums. I played, number one, I was a female drummer, and a lot of people had not seen a female drummer. I took no lessons, but I can play anything you put before me. Any music that I had to mimic, I played it. But you know what? My dad did not fool. If my dad would have said, Judy, you're a good drummer, he would have lied to me. Listen, and stifled my growth, because I would have gone on believing that I was that good, and I wasn't. And some people don't like to tell people the truth because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But when you don't tell them the truth, not only are you damaging them, but you're keeping them from growing because they already think they're good because Judy said so. Can't nobody tell you I said you were good and you wasn't good. I don't do that. If you're not good, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to hurt you. Well, I'm not going to do it meanly, but I'm going to tell you. We would do that with our ministerial staff. I'm going to say this about Dr. Tawanda Davis, Pastor Davis. Pastor Davis and the ministerial staff at Life Changers had to do a paper. They had to write 7 messages from St. John 3:16. And just in case they had to preach a revival for 7 days, they had to write a message so they don't give the people the same thing. When Pastor Tawanda Davis submitted her paper, I gave her a big F minus across her whole paper. She cried like a baby and said, you're wrong, you're wrong. But if y'all listen to her teach and preach the word of God now, she is a fantastic word-based, going to your heart teacher. Well, what if I would have told, and she even went to the pastor on me. And the pastor, and pastor said, well, just go make it better. He said, go. See, he the pastor. I'm not the pastor. So he had to do like pastor do, well, go make it better, baby. Instead of just saying, yeah, that was real bad. He just said, go make it better, right? But listen to her now. Look at her now. We do that with the people now at Life Changers. And then I look at people, I ask people to tell me something better. How can I improve this? What can I do to make this better? What Moses said, they're not going to believe me. God said, don't worry about that. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I am that I am sent you. You have everything you need, y'all. And if you're missing out on Christ, you got to get him in your life. Because the Bible said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He gives you creativity. He gives you how to get out of here. He gives you how to make it. You begin to have more confidence in yourself. I rebuke that spirit of lack of self-worth, lack of confidence. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You don't. Well, when I say compare yourself, you need a measuring stick, okay? And Oprah Winfrey is one that I use a lot, and because I'm a radio host, I'm a public speaker, right? So I'm watching it. Les Brown, John Maxwell. I look at this. Anita Favors is one of my mentors that I go to here in the city because she's older and she knows a lot. Kim Moore, Diane William Carter. There's just folks in this city, so many, so many. Those at my church, Carolyn and Danette and Marcella and Priscilla. I keep people around me, and Lady Felicia. I can't call everybody, all y'all, okay? All y'all. Why? Because I got to be the best Judy in the world. I got to be the best Judy. I got to come forth. In 2024, there's some more coming from me. There's some more coming from me. And I want more to come from you. You got to give us more. We're going to help this city. If you're going to help the city where you are, bring forth more. Get involved in your city. Get involved with your city. And no, you can't do it all. What the Leon County supported this. Leon County supported this. The CHSP, they supported this. I can't do what I do by myself. I don't even try, y'all. I don't even try to do what I do by myself because I can't. But I can give what I give to it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all we're asking for you. Give what you can give. And don't be afraid. Look at people who accomplish what you accomplished. I got my sister Tanya, my sister Cindy, my brother Chico, man, and Robin is the calm part of us. So I look at different things and I glean from my family. Sometimes we're trying to go to everybody else, and your family got a lot what they can help you. Your family got a lot of stuff. Don't ignore your family to go way over there to Georgia and your family got it. Why? Why? For a namesake? No. No. Then I look at people, and let me tell you this, I think I'm too good to be anybody else. I'm not going to be anybody duplicate. Nobody duplicate. I like me. Hear me what I'm telling you, and I'm speaking this for you. Don't be anybody duplicate. You're too good for that. You're too good to be a duplicate. I don't want no duplicate. My husband want to come home, and when he left to go to work out with Judy, and he come back, and he don't know who I am. He don't want that. I don't want that from him either. He left and went to work as Jerry and come home as Bubble. No. Do y'all understand that? Be who you are. Glean from others. Talk to them. Sit and ask. And I'm going to tell you this. There's some things you like that they're doing. Do it. And add your own twist to it. Hello? Because I keep telling y'all, everything that's being done, people have already done it. There's nothing that's being done that ain't never been done before. It has. But it looked good in your area, right? So learn from that. Y'all share this on your page. This is some good stuff. I'm enjoying this. Learn from that. Learn how to make it better. Just keep learning, and keep producing. Keep producing. Right. Ain't no need to reinvent the wheels. They got all these different kind of tires that you put on your car. And it's funny to me because when I go to Discount Tires and I say, what's the best tire? They name all this. And we're there for a long time. Because I'm like, well, they got the same rubbers, the same in the thread. What make this tire the best? Tell me. Sell me on this tire. What make this tire better than this tire that costs $200 less? What's the difference? Then I call my husband. I said, they said so and so and so and so. He said, yeah, Judy, that's true. God bless you. Y'all, that's what it's about. Improve yourself. Think about your past successes. God bless you. Think about your set. If you're having insecure feeling, look to your past for inspiration. Look to your past for inspiration. Because no matter what your past has been, you're here today. Today was once a future in your past. Today was once a future in your past. And it's no longer a future. It's right now. And so you got to give it. You got to do it. You can make this thing. You can make it happen. Use all of your experience from your past, your hurt, your disappointment, your successes, everything, and come forth. Come forth. I'm expecting so much more from everybody. I really am. I'm not expecting any of us to stay in the same place. And I'm expecting leaders. I am praying and asking God to help leaders be truthful to people. Don't stifle people. Tell them, oh, you're good. You know they're not good. Passing them to the second grade, passing them to the third grade. And when they get in fifth grade, they can't read. So they keep these children back because they don't even have a third grade reading ability. That's what happens when we do this in life to people. Bring people forth. Help people succeed. Can't baby people. That's my nephew on there. Hey, Dwayne, can't baby people. And he'll tell you, you can't baby people. Too much good in them. Teach people to trust in themselves. Teach people to trust in the God that's in them. It's essential for you to be confident and have belief in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you believe that you have what it takes to perform in any arena. But you got to practice. You got to study. You got to prepare. You got to want it. You got to want it. You have to want it. That's the only way you're going to get it. That's the only way you're going to get it. You have to want it. You got to want to come forth. You got to want to do better. Adopt a positive attitude. Philippians 4:8. If there be any virtue, if there be any, think on these things. It matters what you think about. You feel yourself getting depressed, call somebody who ain't depressed. I often tell my circle, all of us can't be in the same place at the same time. Somebody got to stay up. And my circle is very small. I don't have a big circle. But you got the way you think is important. You know, don't see the glass half empty, see it half full. You can see it full. See it full. See it full. Moses sent those spies over there to look at the land that God had promised them. Listen to this. They came back and the majority said, we see ourselves as grasshoppers. Yeah, come on out, Victoria. Yeah, come forth. Come forth. Come forth. Say, I'm coming forth. 10 of them who went saw themselves as grasshoppers. The people never said anything to them. Yes, they was giant. They had big fruit. This is the land that God promised them. It was prepared and ready with big things. And I kind of tell you, y'all, there's some things that God has prepared for you. And it's big things. And he said, come forth. Come forth. He told Lazarus was dead. Lazarus was dead. No more life within him. No life within him. But let me go back to Joshua now. They saw themselves small. They saw themselves like they couldn't receive it. They were too small in their own eyes. How do you see you? How do you see you? How do you see you? There's some rooms that God has opened for me, and some tables that I sat in. Y'all catch this. When I first went in, I wasn't prepared to speak. Y'all hear me? A lot of my experience got me to that table. People who I know brought me to the table. Listen to this. But I sat down and learned how they talked. I learned how they thought. And then when we had another meeting, I was able to give input. Sometimes when you go in, y'all, you got to learn it so you don't make yourself look whatever. You got to learn this stuff. That's why you got to study. And you have to pray. 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 I know some people don't believe in prayer. I do. Pray. That's what got me where I am. Prayer. Direction from God. Oh, man. Direction from God. Lazarus was dead. He had no life in him that the physical eye could see. Y'all catch this. He had no life in him. They had put him in the tomb. He was buried 4 days. 4 days. Jesus already told him he wasn't dead. He was asleep. 4 days. But to the natural eye, there was nothing left in Lazarus. Y'all hear me? To the natural eye, to some people who looking at you, there may be nothing left in you. They may not see any good in you. But Jesus told Lazarus to come forth. Come forth, Lazarus. Come forth. Come forth. And let me make a little thing right here. It wasn't come out. We too busy trying to, I'm coming out of this. Now you might not, but you can come forth in that, Victoria. Come forth. There's things on the inside of you that got to come forth. There's things on the inside of you that got to come forth. Shout your name. Put your name in there. Those of you who are driving and those who listen, shout your name. Those of you on Facebook, put your name in there and shout it and say, come forth. Judy, come forth. Put your name in there. Dwayne, come forth. Put your name in there. Shout it in your car and say, come forth. Speak to yourself. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. Some people ain't going to encourage you. Some people do want you to fail. So what? So what? That's not what's important. What's important is you. I don't see nobody writing in the text. I don't see nobody writing on there. Right in there. Thank you. Come forth. Come forth. Come forth. That's right. That's it right there. Come forth. There's so much more in you. There's so much more in you. There's so much. And Victoria, we ain't asking the season to come forth. We're asking you to come forth. It doesn't matter what season it is. You may be speaking up. You may come forth, Victoria. That's all right there. That's it right there. We talking about season. We don't know what the next season God got for us. Could be a drought. Could be a famine. And we're telling it, just come forth. Come forth in all of the greatness that God has created you to be. Come forth in that. Come forth in that. Change your perspective of yourself and come forth. Change your perspective of yourself and come forth. God didn't create any of us better than the other person. Sometimes we're so busy trying to worship people. Get out of that. We're not worshiping no man, no woman. We're not worshiping anybody. The only one who deserves our worship is God. All right? We can clap for each other. We can boost each other up. Y'all hear me? Give people awards. We can even praise others. But our worship only go to God, the creator of us all. So I speak life to you. I'm closing. I speak life to you. I speak life to you. And I tell you to come forth. Change your perspective of yourself. Okay, if you fail, it's okay. Get up and do it again. The Bible says, just man falls 7 times, but he get up. You don't stay there. That's it. That's it. Pastor, y'all come forward. Come forward. Moses needed Aaron. Joshua had Caleb. What did that say? You can't do this by yourself. You can't do this by yourself. And you will have self-doubt sometimes. You don't let self-doubt rule your life when you got a big God who created you. You don't do that. You don't do that. Come forward. Y'all, thank y'all for joining in. And I've been doing these series myself in December and last part of November because I want to speak to your heart. I want you to come forward. I want you to be the person that God meant for you to be. I want you to do that. I want you to enjoy what God has created in you. And if you need to inbox me or text me, do so. You know, I speak to you. I have to keep encouraging me at times. Some people don't believe in what I'm doing. And it's okay. It's okay. I ain't trying to convince them. I'm not trying to convince them. I'm working for the people God sent for me to work with. All right. Thank y'all. I want y'all to do that. I just want to do one thing. Priscilla, put your thing up. Y'all, Priscilla is doing holiday pictures. She's doing holiday family pictures. And I want to encourage y'all to go ahead and get some. Look, she gave you a 45-minute session, 10 digital images, Christmas card, digital file, online gallery, and photo print release. I mean that you can print them. So y'all contact her. There's her info down there. Contact her and let her get some family pictures. When I was a social worker, when I was going into people's home, if they didn't have family pictures on the wall, it let me know that that family wasn't really together. I learned that in social. God bless you. But when you go in and you look at the family pictures, you look at that, then you'll understand that the house is a house of family. I encourage every family, get your family photo. You come to my house, man. I got it like my grandma. My grandma and my mom and them, boy, you got pictures everywhere. That's the old school. This new, they got the contemporary house. But thank y'all so very much. I appreciate y'all. So go do that. Join me tonight in Bible study. My husband will be teaching. And y'all already know he's one of the greatest expository teachers there is. And so join us tonight at 7:30. And our son, Elder Witherspoon, who's also our assistant pastor, he's been doing prayer point. I think this is number 95 or 96 every Tuesday. So y'all join us, all right? Listen, thank you so very much. It's been a pleasing pleasure to have you tune in to today's broadcast. The Lord delay his coming. I'll be back next Tuesday. And I want to say to all of those who have a loved one who has transitioned, I want to say we're praying for you. I received 3 calls yesterday of mothers who transitioned yesterday. And so we want to pray, y'all. We don't never know when we're leaving here, ever. But we want to be ready. All right? I love you all. And listen, I'm looking for you to come forward. That's Real Talk. Love you.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy.